Big Rev in the building. Checking in for the Can I Burn docu-series. Early high school, we really had got behind the idea that you and your group Legal Outlaws had saw. You know, y'all saw the vision of Legal Outlaws being something we all did, so that's what we got behind.
Our shindigs are never invites. We just pull up, get right to new residuals. Numbers make our doubters life miserable. I'm living off from principle. The same time I'm loving life. Pardon me, I was young. I rarely cut them twice.
Tell me, who are you and where you from?
Y'all already know. OG Rev 9. Used to be Big Rev from out the Thomas. I'm from New Orleans, really. Like, we moved into Thomas when I was in 1980. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And I got a lot of family in the Ninth Walk, across the canal, in Desire. My mom and them, my grandma originally from the Magnolia, but when they built the Desire, she moved in there. And so my mama originally from out the Desire. So I started off from a kid from that way as a little boy. And then, but my grandfather always stayed in the Thomas.
Nice.
So I got the best of both worlds, but from there we moved in, we moved up there when I was in 1980. We was there a few years in the project, and we moved out the project for like maybe a year or two and moved downtown, across the canal, and then we moved back in the project. All my years really come from uptown, so.
How was it growing up in the St. Thomas Project? A lot of people hear about Calliope, Magnolia, Melf, and the music, you know what I'm saying, as far as our music, because a lot of our notable big hip hop stars are from these areas. But, you know, you shed some light on the St. Thomas.
Growing up, at first, you know, young, it's all fun. You know what I'm saying? You having fun as a kid. But, you know, then shit changed when I'm like 7. I see that first one, you know. My stepdaddy come get me. He like, hey, you want to see a Dave Biden? Fuck it, I ain't never forgot it. You be here talking about it now. Then, you know, years pass, you know, you go to seeing different things and you get into what's going on. But it always was serious though. Thomas always was a place of his own. Amongst, they got all the other projects there, but Thomas always did stand alone. And we was like family. So like, we brought that to wherever we went at. If we was at a parade, you're gonna see us bunched together. That's what we was taught, that's how we was raised, you know what I'm saying? So we at school, it's the same thing. Now guess what? Some dudes, we might not get along with each other in the project. Like, but when we outside of that bitch, we together. We might have just had a shootout with homie, you know, a couple of days ago. But when we left out of there, that was behind. That's in the hood. And here we together, and that's how it always was. Some people looked at us like, you know, we was bullies or doing this, you know, doing different things to jump. But that's how we were raised, bro. Like the Thomas always was a pack, and I noticed that same energy that we carry with each other, it branched off to other places because they like that too. Oh yeah. Oh wait, you was enrolled in the band? Huh?
I was enrolled, you know, as far as a class.
Right.
But I didn't.
You ain't march.
I definitely did not march.
We know who the marchers was. Sean loved that band.
Right. You heard me? Shout out to Sean and Jay. You heard me?
Yeah.
You heard me?
What's up, big dog?
You heard me?
Matter of fact, that's how I got to go to Con. But me and Sean went to La Vogue.
Okay.
And we was hanging together close in La Vogue. And he like, I'm like, where you going at? And we would be out of Con and Fauché.
Okay.
And he like, I'm going to go to Con. Like, fucking rocking with Con.
Right.
That's how I got that.
You was always just grown, like,
Yeah,
to me. You heard me?
But you know, I always just been.
You was always grown.
You
was grown, right?
You know what it was though? It's like you got to be grown when you're growing up in that environment.
For
like
sure,
that.
for sure.
Like, you know, my age bracket, we got to be like some of the younger people out the hood that actually was able to get in the game.
Right.
Because like it was different from how it is now.
Right.
Like right now, the youngsters just jump in this shit.
Right.
and you couldn't do it like that when I was coming up.
Right.
You know, you had to be really like hand picked, and then you had to be for real because you got to think about it. When you young, my age, I come off the porch like maybe 14, 15, getting in the game. Then back then it seemed like you was really, really young compared to now.
Right.
Now it's, you know, it's even earlier. And I had a couple of friends of mine that was in the streets at 12 and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I wasn't. At that time, I probably was like pumping gas at Swagman. They had a Swagman on Annunciation. We'll go down there, help the people put their bags in the groceries, put their groceries in the bag, in their cars, borrowing somebody's lawnmower, going and cut grass in the 11 walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was different little things I was doing to get money then. But once I jumped off the porch, it was a different story. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it just was, you had to grow up. You had to be manly. Then I was the only child at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, at 6 years old, I was walking myself to school. Like, when we was in school,
Mm-hmm.
and we listening to each other, and we vibing off each other, that was cool. But the minute we got with Boone and them, it started seeming like, oh, this can be a reality.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the beats made.
Right.
And then when Sice came along,
Right.
that just,
You
that
know.
broadened it all the way out.
Right. He was established in the music business, you know what I'm saying, on the aesthetics of business, which I kind of find out in his interview. Like when we got away for them from Full Pack,
Yeah.
the business was straight. So the publishing was taken
Official.
care of, the copyright, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So picture, so whatever, and then when the song blow up and get big, that comes from like, oh, I ain't even know I get paid for that, right? He saw them checks,
He already
Then.
knew. Right.
right? And
Right.
he ended up, he got a dope interview. Anybody tapping in, you can easily go to Fiend TV and tap into DJ Precise interview, which we're gonna have another one too.
Yeah. Damn. So he still
To
he
see-
still collected off of that.
Right, to know what
All
the
right,
potential-
Sice.
Yeah. Shout out to Sice, man. Shout out to Sice. Also shout out to the Ghetto Twins.
Oh yeah, man, for
Yeah,
sure.
Always, man.
Hey, I remember my first time meeting them.
Right?
Yep, me and my partner Curtis from out the project, we go down there. They were standing in the night walk.
Mhm.
And we go across the tracks. We just go by the house. I forgot how he how he got to meet them. Just before they got on, before they ever put anything out.
Mhm.
So we go over there by them. We hood, but we get by them, and we see they hood too.
Mhm.
They for real with it.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm you know, I can't say too. I don't want to give too much. Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
damn, look at this shit. They just rapping that shit. They with it too.
Right.
Like, they just like us. you hear me?
Right.
Yeah, that was my memory of them though, bro.
Straight up.
That's
a good look. You're
Yeah.
like, I was say a fisherman always spot another fish.
I remember they was telling me, you got to hit this dude Mike. You got to hit this dude Mike. Like, yeah.
That's how I used to always hear about Mystical until I heard him, and I was like, man, this is so I'm not that nigga. This is so fucking dope.
Yep.
And he from here.
Yep.
I was like, what?
That following weekend, I think one of the weekends we went there, he went over there and to the house down there by them, and I think that's where we met him at for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
He know me from a field trip we went to in Corn.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to come and be a chaperone for one of his cousins,
Okay.
and I was a person, you know, I always got in trouble in school, so I had to have somebody there. And so homie let me tag team with him, and Mystical was our chaperone. And shit, we went from there.
What was the feeling of like that first record situation as Legal Outlaws? You know, somebody believing in, you know, this St. Thomas, this Uptown, this mixture of all these artists in this group to make a dope ass trio, you know what I'm saying? What was the feeling though? Like, yo, we about to put out an album or put out an EP, like
That was our dream.
Right,
Like
right.
that was something we dreamt upon before we even knew each other. Then once we knew each other, it all came in. But the way we actually got the form to do that was this girl Patrice.
Mhm.
she went to con too. You know how she used to always see us rapping and stuff, and always she was like, Rivers, why you ain't never came out with an album? I'm like, shit, I don't take this or that to do that. She's like, don't worry about it. I got a boyfriend. He gonna take care of it.
Shout out to the Glovers.
You know?
Shout out to the Glovers. Got major love for the Glovers.
Right.
Love what y'all
She like-
doing, man.
like
Even to this day.
Yeah,
you heard
like
me?
he gonna show love. I'm like, I got home. I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, the phone ring. Such and such called me to the phone. So I'm outside, but I'm doing my thing on a small scale. But I ain't trying to miss nothing. You dig? So I'm outside. I get the phone call. That's her. She put the nigga on the phone. Hey, what y'all trying to do? Like, hey, we're trying to do this or that. He's like, yeah. He said, all right, well, I'll get him to come meet us. All us go over there. You too. We went by Booney.
Right.
Met over there. He come down. Heard what we're doing. I'm like, all right, in my backyard.
Right.
Nigga jumped on and backed us, and we got with Sice, and we had a little change to get with Sice. Then couldn't go to Sice if you ain't had the beta period. You had to do your thing. The dude was established already.
Yeah.
So then from there, and we did the song. You jumped on the Ghetto Bound.
Man,
You
bro.
did the I'm Stuck.
I'm stuck.
I remember my grandmother had gave us some money. Well, she helped. Yeah, my grandma helped pay for us to get a little entertainment lawyer.
Okay.
To drop a little contract and shit. Like, the contract got drawn up, and we paid for it like that.
That's
shit.
dope.
Yeah, to be on it, and that was my idea. Away from then,
That's
like,
dope.
to have
business
something
thing.
going on. Yeah,
Right.
but I was, I think I knocked a lot of opportunities too at the same time with us coming up, because I was ignorant a little bit. So things probably could have went further if that attitude was out of the way. You see what I'm saying? That's what I appreciate about how you doing things, how you did it. Your whole mindset was different. Like, I'm gonna go this way. You see all these people going that way, you went this way. And guess what? That's the strongest person. See, I tell a person this today. You can be in the hood and you can see everything that's around you. This dude smashing shit. This dude smashing shit. He hustling. All the ignorance. But when you got that one little guy who y'all feel is whatever, a nerd or ain't that, and he go the other way and he got to live in that same environment with all them dudes, that's the strongest one. The strongest one is the one that go the opposite way. So that's what you bring to it. And bang, look what happened. You wind up getting on the right way. We got to start looking at things from another way. We so psyched out at looking at it like, this and that. Nah, no, homie. It take you got to switch it around and turn it around to be that cat, to be the real one.
I like how you making some time right now to go do this with Youngin. You know what I'm saying? See, that make me feel like he'll be okay.
I know he was serious about what he trying to do. And I know my own reach can go so far because I know different people. So I know I got to reach to where I can grab them. I'm like, you know what? Let me tap in with a bro. Because if you want to do this here, let's do this with somebody who I know and trust. You ain't got to rub. They're going to show you. They're going to teach you. He ain't going to beat you. This is the person you need to be around. And it ain't going to be no foolishness. Because guess what? You get in the wrong situation. Now you got a lot of foolishness going on. And now you ain't able to do it. So now I said, you know what, son? I'm about to call Rich. Once you saw he was serious, nah, you know what I'm saying? They about to tell you, we on this dock right now talking about my dog. But he about to bring y'all some fire. He got some stuff cooking up.
Who got that fire? Won't you pass me the green so I get higher?